Hello everyone, hope everything is okay and life is good. We are meeting after some time. Uh, our subject, as you all know, is popular fiction, and today, uh, after defining the term popular fiction versus literary fiction, I am presenting before you through PowerPoint slides a review of Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane. We start with the first slide, which is a picture of the Shutter Island in stormy seas at night. Most probably we see the lighthouse and the other one over there, and the seas all around the island are stormy and the rain is lashing down and the big waves are rising and are striking against the stony shore of the island. So a very bizarre and very dramatic, terrifying scene at night of Shutter Island, which is a psychological thriller full of action and suspense and very dramatic, terrifying scenes, oh, almost like those of uh, horror movies. And they have made a wonderful movie, no doubt, on this novel Shutter Island, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo, along with Ben Kingsley and some other good stars. A wonderful movie, as wonderful is the novel itself. So we start with the review in this third slide. Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane. The Island of No Return. So these are very prophetic lines which tell us about uh, the novel, and it means to say that if you go there, there is no turning back. If you go to the Shutter Island, you can't leave it, because it is the island of no return. And the next line is very important. Water has long been represented in literature as a positive force of nature, a source of rebirth and change. So we all know that 70% of the earth is water, and most of the species, along with humans, which live on the face of the earth, can't survive without water. So water has long been represented in literature as a positive force of nature, a source of rebirth and change. So very important line, very prophetic line. But to Edward Teddy Daniels, the troubled US Marshal at the center of Dennis Lehane's second standalone novel, Shutter Island, for Teddy, water is as dangerous as acid. He dreads water. Early on in this story, we are told that when Teddy's fisherman father took him out on his boat for the first time, the still patches of water caused the boy to throw up violently. To throw up violently means to vomit violently, pitching black ropes of it into the sea. Very good image, pitching black ropes of it into the sea. To think about it, what does it mean? Black ropes of it. Water in Teddy's migraine-induced dreams is a cruel instrument of death. So Teddy is terrified by water. In other words, Teddy is afraid of water and thinks it to be a cruel instrument of death. And here we learn about, in this part, we learn about Teddy's medical condition. In Teddy's migraine-induced dreams, he has migraine attacks. And migraine is a headache in one part of the head, either on the left or on the right. So migraine headaches are really very teasing, and if they are severe, it is nauseating. One is always prone to vomit. तो migraine attack से आपको उल्टियाँ आती हैं. So water in Teddy's migraine-induced dreams is a cruel instrument of death, and the heavy rains at the midpoint of Lehane's novel cause considerable physical and psychic damage. So very important line, which clearly show that water is a very potent image in this novel, and beside being a source of sustenance of life, it sustains life, it also ends life as well. So do ponder over it, do think deeply over it. I read the last 3 lines from here. In Shutter Island, what should be nourishing is not, and what appears to be reality is not either. This is a book replete with deceptions. Reviewer says, trust me on that. So very important lines. In Shutter Island, what should be nourishing is not, and what appears to be reality is not either. So deceptions are there. धोखे. So do think about the vocabulary used in this slide. Learn all the difficult words. Try to read between the lines. What is the message? What are the symbolic lines? What kind of clues are you getting from this first slide about the theme of the novel, about various characters? So very important first slide, which has quite a lot of food for thought for you people. So I move to the next slide, which is really very impressive, very terrifying, and very creepy. This is a scene from the movie which stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Ruffalo, Ben Kingsley, and as I have said earlier, some other good stars. Here with a lit match, in the light of a lit match, we see a part of Leonardo DiCaprio's face with terror and suspicion in his eyes, and the picture which speaks and tells us a lot about the scene which the actor is witnessing with his suspicious eyes. So we move on to the next slide, which is this one, and I read out from it. The rocky oil from which Lehane takes his title is supposedly one of 4 located immediately outside the busy harbor of Boston, Massachusetts. So Massachusetts is state and Boston is its city, hopefully, if I am not wrong. Might be vice versa, so please do check it out. Teddy Daniels grew up a boat's ride's distance away. Teddy Daniels grew up a boat ride's distance away, then went on to fight honorably in World War II before becoming a marshal and being stationed in his hometown. So Teddy lived close to Boston and later on he participated in the Second World War. He became a marshal and once again settled down in his hometown of Boston, Massachusetts in USA. Now in 1954 he is sent back out to Shutter Island to investigate the disappearance of murderess Rachel Solando. She was an inmate means prisoner, and was also a patient at Ashcliffe Hospital, a federal penal institution. Penal means for prisoners for punishment, for the criminally insane, those who are criminals and are mad. Housed in a Civil War era former barracks on the island. So Teddy goes to Shutter Island, and there he investigates the disappearance of a murderess named Rachel Solando. Accompanying Daniels on this assignment is his new partner, Chuck All, a likable guy with an engaging intellect, but also some troubling baggage. So troubling baggage means he is not a good partner. He is a source of trouble. He was transferred to Boston from Seattle. Both are very famous cities in United States of America. So he was transferred to Boston from Seattle because his prejudiced superiors didn't like the fact that All's significant other is a Japanese woman. अच्छा, ये नापसंदीदा शख्स इसलिए भी था कि ऑल की बीवी जो थी वो जापानीज थी. Daniels thinks there is something strange about All. He has delicate hands that seemed incongruous with the rest of him. Teddy muses. Teddy thinks deeply, as if he had borrowed them until his real ones came up from the shop. So a very funny sentence, full of humor. Try to understand it and try to enjoy it. Furthermore, All's manner seems unlike that of a regular marshal. Chuck was a little slower with his weapon, fumbling with holster snap. But these initial observations are temporarily forgotten as the partners set about trying to locate Solando on what appears to be an inescapable island. So very good vocabulary we have in this slide number 5. Try to get the sense of humor and the idiosyncratic character of All, Chuck All, who is the partner of Teddy Daniels, and try to understand the humor in this American style of writing, because Dennis Lehane is an American popular fiction writer. So they are on the island to locate Rachel Solando, who has gone missing, जो जजीरे पे गुम हो जाती है. Here we have the sixth slide. Meanwhile, the reader can't help but worry for Teddy, surrounded by all that water. तो टेडी को तो पानी से साइकोलॉजिकली डर लगता है, तो नावल पढ़ते वक्त हमें फिक्र लगी रहती है कि टेडी का क्या होगा, क्योंकि अब तो उसके चारों तरफ पानी होता है, बिकॉज शटर आइलैंड इज एन आइलैंड, तो शटर जो है जजीरे का नाम है. As they gather evidence and decipher clues left behind by Solando in her cell as well as at various points on the island, Daniels and all came to believe that the barefoot murderess hasn't gone far. So when they reach the island, they start their investigation and try to find out Solando, and there they want to get important clues as to where has she gone, because obviously she is on the island and cannot uh, go away from it, and she is criminally insane as well. So I would once again stress to please pay special attention to vocabulary and the main theme and the messages between the line and the symbolic line and the lines which give you important clues uh, about the storyline, how it begins, reaches its middle, and ultimately ends in great suspense and in a very thrilling atmosphere. So Solando has gone missing. So I read from here: following an expected routine, the marshals speak with the hard-working staffers at Ashcliffe Hospital, all of whom appear to be accommodating yet simultaneously withholding information, feeding the lawman's doubts about this hospital's approach to psychiatric treatment. They also interview the patients who took group therapy with Solando on the day she disappeared, one of whom warns Teddy cryptically to run. तो एक जो कैदी होता है या हॉस्पिटल का मरीज होता है वो टेडी से कहता है कि भागो यहाँ से. And these are also very prophetic lines. So I read from here, they also interview the patients who took group therapy with Solando on the day she disappeared, one of whom warns Teddy cryptically to run. Do check out this word cryptically and enjoy the vocabulary. Expand your vocabulary and try to write beautiful English. Clearly, there is something hidden and dangerous going on here. तो बड़ी पुरस्कार चीजें हॉस्पिटल में और जजीरे में हो रही होती हैं. But Lehane doesn't reveal his hand quickly or without dramatic effect. Once again, I would draw your attention to the language used in this review. But Lehane does not reveal his hand quickly. Try to get the meanings of the word hand. What does the word hand mean here? But Lehane doesn't reveal his hand quickly or without dramatic effect. And what is dramatic effect? Do ponder over it. Shutter Island's sentence structure is gorgeous. Here we are discussing the writing skills of Dennis Lehane and his wonderful prose, because he has written psychological thriller, and if your language is not of that level, then novel obviously loses its charm. So Shutter Island's sentence structure is gorgeous and its prose frequently evocative. After bracket, quote, I read the words, quote, the lights went on above them in a series of liquid cracks that sounded like bones breaking underwater, unquote, bracket closed. You would swear you can hear the seagulls and feel the roughness of the sea grass as Lehane describes it. So, the reviewer has also discussed the prose, the writing skills, the writing style, and the potency of the vocabulary and the sentence structure of Dennis Lehane. And you are also advised to pay close attention to whatever is being conveyed to you in this review, and must also know how a book is reviewed and how a review is written. So in slide number 7 we have the face of the actress who plays the role of Rachel Sallando, and we move on to the slide number 8, and here we discuss the rest of the important points about the technique of writing a novel and the way Dennis Lehane has exploited everything, his writing skills, in this wonderful novel called Shutter Island. And the characterization in these pages are no less richly developed. So we have very rich characters. Teddy Daniels, a successful federal agent with a violent streak, comes across as brilliantly damaged goods, the equilibrium of his life having been thrown off by the tragic death of his wife, Dolores Chanel, who perished in an apartment house fire set by arsonist Andrew Ladus. In some of his finest writing ever, Lehane portrays an endearing love between Teddy and Dolores, and I read the lines from the novel. And Teddy had leaned into the cab and spoken to her in whispers, and what they talked about, even now, he couldn't bear to recount even to himself, because it was pure. It was the purest he had ever felt. He had stood on the sidewalk as the cab pulled away, and the memory of her face just an inch from his through the cab window on the dance floor nearly short-circuited his brain, almost drove her name and number right out of there. He thought, so this is what it feels like to love. No logic to it. He barely knew her, but there it was just the same. He had just met the woman he had known somehow since before he was born, the measure of every dream he had never dared indulge. So these two very short paragraphs are from the novel Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane, and they are describing the love of Dolores Chanel with Teddy Daniels, and this is how Teddy has described his fascination and infatuation with Dolores in these two very short but very powerful, emotionally very powerful paragraphs, which reflect the way they lovingly looked at each other, and the way everything got imprinted on the mind and memory of Teddy Daniels. And here no doubt he is reminiscing, वो चीज़ों को दोबारा याद कर रहा है. He is reminiscing. So we move on to the next slide. Engaging too in his peculiar way is Dr. Joseph Cowley, the medical director of Ashcliffe Hospital. And the character of Joseph Cowley has been played by a very famous British actor, Ben Kingsley, who has also played the role of Gandhi in the film of the same name and has won an Academy Award for that. I read from the start. Engaging too in his own peculiar way is Dr. Joseph Cowley, the medical director of Ashcliffe Hospital and a former medical prodigy. There is a line from the novel, after bracket, quote, "My IQ is off the charts, and ever since I was a boy, I could read people," unquote, bracket closed. So this is a dialogue by Dr. Joseph Cowley. My IQ is off the charts, which means I am a very intelligent person. And ever since I was a boy, I could read people. And he says, when I was a small boy, I could read the faces of the people and know about their thoughts before they tried to say something. तो कहते हैं मैं दिलों के हाल छोटा सा बच्चा था तो पढ़ लिया करता था. He was the one responsible for Rachel Salando's mental care. Yet it seems he could use some care himself. Virtually skeletal, quote, thin to the point of emaciation, unquote, Cowley's wasting away reflects the futility he feels in trying to help his patients by way of talk therapy, which he champions. So we here are confronted with or face to face with a very dangerous character in the novel known by the name of Dr. Joseph Cowley. ये दुबला पतला नईफ और नज़ार शख्स है और जो यहाँ पे तस्वीर कशी की गई है तो उससे खौफनाक शख्स सामने आता है. I read this line once again, yet it seems he could use some care himself. देखभाल तो वो मरीजों की करता था लेकिन उसे भी देखभाल की जरूरत थी. Virtually skeletal, वो बिल्कुल ढांचे का ढांचा था. Quote, thin to the point of emaciation, unquote, यूं लगता था जैसे उसने फाके किए हों और जैसे फाके किए हुए फाकों का मारा हुआ शख्स होता है तो लाहिर कमजोर और इंतहाई दुबला पतला नहीफ नज़ार होता है. Cowley's wasting away reflects the futility he feels in trying to help his patients by way of talk therapy which he champions. Though he appears to be and is in fact a very dangerous person. The doctor is admirably opposed to what was then in the mid-50s the standard practice of surgery as mental care. Think lobotomy. Those were the days before psychotic drugs were fully developed and prescribed and pharmaceuticals came into widespread use. Cowley focuses instead on trying to free the mind from the mental anguish it keeps locked within, anguish that can have debilitating effects on his patients. It's admirable enough work, however, Cowley comes across as suspicious and somewhat unethical, if only because he seems to be analyzing Daniels and all rather than merely cooperating with their investigation. So, what I gather from this slide number 9 of this PowerPoint presentation is the very interesting, very mysterious and very powerful character of Dr. Joseph Cowley, who is a cunning, shrewd person and who appears to be a sadomasochistic kind of a guy. So once again, I advise you to read these lines very carefully, and if possible, find out this novel and read it out from first line, from first word to the last. And even in this small paragraph, we have a very good character sketch of Dr. Joseph Cawley, and which clearly shows that he was a very cunning person. We move on to the next slide. Given such odd behavior plus the earlier warning from the mental patient, another man might think it best to get off Shutter Island post haste, if not faster. तो ये जो सारे कैरेक्टर सामने आते हैं तो जी चाहता है कि बंदा शटर आइलैंड से फौरन भाग के निकल जाए. तो ये इन दो लाइंस का जो है आसान सा तर्जमा है ये. Try to get hold of the English used in this review. Given such odd behavior of various people, Rachel Salando, Dr. Joseph Cawley, and the rest of the people, plus the earlier warning from the mental patient, another man might think it best to get off Shutter Island post haste, if not faster. Do find out the meanings of post haste. But Teddy Daniels' agenda extends beyond simply finding a hospital escapee. He has discovered that his wife's killer, Andrew Ladders, is also a patient, or should be prisoner, or should that be prisoner at Ashcliff, housed in the tightly guarded and most mysterious ward C. तो टेडी डैनियल्स को पता चलता है कि मेरी बीवी का कातिल एंड्रू लैडस जो है वार्ड सी में इंतहाई सिक्योरिटी में अंदर बंद है और उसके ऊपर पहरा बहुत सख्त है. And the marshal intends, I am reading from here, and the marshal intends to do away with him, although it states quite the opposite at one point. Surprisingly, Chuck All proposes to be Teddy's ally in this murderous mission. तो होता क्या है कि टेडी का एकदम जी जाने लग जाता है कि अपनी बीवी के कातिल एंड्रयू लैडस को मैं कत्ल कर दूं, और चक ऑल उसका जो साथी होता है वो भी उसमें शरीक हो जाता है. लगता यूं है. Despite the fact that he is a sworn federal agent, and hunt and destroy is definitely not part of their brief. तो ये तो पुलिस के लोग होते हैं, इनके तो एथिक्स में और इनके रूल्स में ये होता नहीं है कि किसी को शिकार करके मार डालें, उसका पीछा करके उसे खत्म कर दें. बट एज ऑल इंसिस्ट्स विल डिस्कस फक द मार्शल्स. तो जब सूरत हाल देखता है ऑल तो वो कहता है दफा करो मार्शल्स को, हम यहाँ पे अपना पुलिस वाला वो फेडरल एजेंट्स वाला किरदार नहीं अदा करेंगे, यहाँ पे हम अपना इंसाफ करेंगे. सो फक द मार्शल्स. आई एम सॉरी अबाउट द 4-letter वर्ड. डू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई ही सेज फक द मार्शल्स. इसको समझने की कोशिश करें. If things weren't already strange enough in Shutter Island, they turned decidedly so at this point in Lehan's Yawn. Yawn means story. तो हालात जो है यहाँ पे लीहैन की स्टोरी में एकदम बदल जाते हैं. On top of all the other tensions, a hurricane is approaching the island at a rapid clip, and ferry service to the mainland has to shut down, trapping everyone. Then the elusive Rachel Salondo is found, suddenly bringing Daniel's investigation to an apparent close. Or does this just invite a significant and bizarre turning point? In a novel so dependent on twists and deceptions, the innocence of every event is in doubt. After interviewing the flirty escapee, Daniels suffers a debilitating migraine and accepts medication from Collie that makes the reader cringe with fear that he is being drugged. Soon after, the storm arrives with a fury, knocking down walls on the isle, ripping off house roofs and causing major flooding. Waking from his medicinal slumber, Teddy's mind begins to cascade out of control. He suddenly finds all suspicious. What exactly did he know about Chuck? And his pain for Dolores Chanel becomes overwhelming. So I repeat once again, you people have very good vocabulary in this 10th slide, in both the paragraphs. Very touching scenes, very thrilling scenes, very moving scenes, and the characters, both of the characters, Teddy Daniels and Chuck All, along with Dr. Joseph Collie, but in particular these two partners, their characters are fully revealed in this 10th slide, and we know how both are feeling and how suspense has reached its topmost level, and everyone becomes suspicious of everyone else. तो बहुत गौर से आपको पढ़ना है। ये ओरिजिनल नावल नहीं है, हालांकि रिव्यू है, लेकिन फिर भी it needs a lot of your attention, a lot of dictionary usage, and a lot of thinking for proper understanding of the storyline of Shutter Island. We move on to the 11th slide. The nightmare that is Teddy Daniels' life begins to reveal itself. Teddy की जिंदगी क्या होती है? एक डरावना ख्वाब होती है. Though in unexpected ways, after his fruitless search for arsonist Ledis in Ward C, followed by the disappearance of Chuck All, Marshall Daniels discovered that Cowley and Ashcliffe's warden have no intention of letting him leave the island. And I read the lines in the bracket. The bracket starts, quote, "If that man gets off this island, we will be destroyed," says the warden in one of his few appearances in the novel, bracket close. Precisely what those men are afraid of and what truths lie at the center of Shutter Island aren't revealed until 45 pages from the end of this novel. So there are so many turns and twists in the plot, in the storyline, and in the first paragraph of the 11th slide, we know that things have reached fever pitch, and the suspense is killing. The suspense is suffocating. Suspense is such a great weapon for a novelist, and Dennis Lehane has used it very effectively in this very absorbing, wonderfully thrilling novel called Shutter Island. I read the next paragraph. Boston area author Lee Hain, who made a name for himself with a series of books featuring private detective Patrick Kenzie and Angie Gennaro, Prayer for Rain. These two characters appear in the novel Prayer for Rain before turning to standalones. His Mystic River was 2001 bestseller और इसके मिस्टिक रिवर पे भी बहुत अच्छी फिल्म बन चुकी है. His Mystic River was a 2001 bestseller, is a virtuoso talent. इसको जरूर तवज्जो से डिक्शनरी में ढूंढ के पढ़ें. I am not telling you deliberately because I want you to look for the meanings of these wonderful but rather difficult words. Yet Shutter Island doesn't display his skill at their best. Some of this novel's visual effects seem borrowed from other fictional sources. So do try to get these lines. Do try to get these lines. What does the reviewer mean by these lines? Consider, for instance, the storm that wreaks havoc on the island, knocks out the power generators and renders the electrical fences around the hospital compound dead, while there are no dinosaurs to come trooping in afterward. This particular plot development is nonetheless oddly familiar. तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि प्लॉट में अक्सर चीज़ें लगता है कि वेनेस ली हेन ने दूसरे नावलों से ली है. जैसे कुछ फिल्में हैं जुरासिक पार्क और इस तरह की, तो इशारा समझने की कोशिश करें. I won't tell you in detail. Try to get the meanings. Try to get the meanings. और फिल्में भी ज़रूर देखा करें. I read from here, a grand experiment on which Dr. Cowley has been working and which would be a major spoiler were I to reveal it here, echoes a 1950s B-movie style plot involving isolated islands and dubious science gone awry. I read it again from here. A grand experiment on which Dr. Cowley has been working, bracket, and which would be a major spoiler were I to reveal it here, bracket closed, echoes a 1950s B-movie style plot involving isolated islands and dubious science gone awry. I would once again advise you to go through the difficult words, please. And the medicine practiced in these pages leaves a great deal to be desired. Misguided fantasies are indulged beyond the point of reason or reality and only serve to point out in sobering fashion that psychiatry was even more dismal in the era before psychopharmacology. तो ये पोर्शन जो है, ये वाला पोर्शन, ये नावल के ऊपर तनकीद है कि कौन कौन सी चीज़ें वेनेस ली हेन ने इधर उधर से ली हैं. बेशक चोरी नहीं की, लेकिन पारो किया है. मटेरियल उसने लिया है या असर लिया है कुछ और किताबों का, और उनको यहाँ पे वो छुपा नहीं सका, और वो जाहिर है. We move on to the 12th and last slide. The driving tempo of this novel seems to evaporate by the end like the calm after a storm. Very good line. Once again, I would stress, understand these lines, these beautiful lines, and try to digest them. The driving tempo, very key word, tempo, driving tempo, both are important words of this novel seem to evaporate, बुखारात बन के उड़ जाना by the end. तो जो जोर शोर से नावल चल रहा होता है वो बुखारात जैसे उड़ जाते हैं, तो एंड पे नावल ढीला पड़ जाता है। या क्यों, like the calm after a storm, जैसे तूफान के बाद खामोशी छा जाती है। To try to understand these beautiful lines, Lehane drops plenty of clues for his readers as he leads them towards significant shifts of direction and perspective. However, the big twist on which Lehane's tale ultimately turns is more likely to incite a shrug than a shock. A shrug than a shock. Beautiful expression. What was once pertinent and compelling is turned into a type of parlor trick emptiness. Parlor trick emptiness. इस फ्रेज को समझें, ढूंढें, पढ़ें और माने निकालें और फिर सयाको सबाक में समझने की कोशिश करें. Like the mental patients being treated on Shutter Island, this story veers sharply from reality, offering truth without the opportunity for healing. Beautiful lines, beautiful ending which is shocking, full of suspense, and which thrills, shocks, and nauseates as well. A very good novel and a very good review. Try to understand how a review is written, how critical comments are made about the novel, how favorable comments are different from critical comments. Our lecture has almost gone close to 50 minutes, so I end it here. It was our first video lecture, though I am not in the picture, I am not in front of you, but through these slides you would definitely be able to write a lot about the novel, and it would be better if you find the novel and read it during these days when the university is closed and you have a lot of time with you. So kindly try to find out the novel and go through it, and if that is not possible, then please do carefully read the review. Till we meet again, goodbye.